Welcome everyone to Gamer Melt. Today, the RX 6600 XT GPU gets pictured, Nvidia's 3080 Ti is already available for pre-order, Nvidia is ending support, next-gen AM5 Socket specs, and Nvidia's RTX 4000 and AMD's RX 7000 GPUs are going to be amazing. Okay, it's news time, and first up for today, an image was recently shared by leaker Vegeta on Twitter, and as you can see, it's of a Navi 23 GPU. For those who don't know, Navi 23 should make up AMD's upcoming RX 6600 and 6600 XT cards, and AMD should be launching these for both desktop and notebook. As far as this image, it's likely an engineering sample sent to PC Partner Limited. This model is the Navi 23 XT, which should be the 6600 XT GPU. As you can see, it comes with 8GB of GDDR6, which is what we've seen rumored in the past. This particular card comes with 3 display ports and an HDMI port. At the end of the day, this is further proof that AMD will likely announce these at Computex in just a few days. But of course, this is all surface level discussions. If you're wanting to learn the deeper side of tech, whether for a career or for fun, there's no better way than with today's sponsor, Brilliant, the website and app that was built to teach the STEM field. And they don't teach you by memorizing formulas or learning endless facts, but by actually doing it. Just pick a course and get started. Plus, there's something for everyone, from the basics of computer science to neural networks or even quantum computing. And Brilliant is constantly adding more courses, along with daily challenges to keep you fresh and learning more. So what are you waiting for? Join me and a community of 8 million others by visiting brilliant.org/gamermelt. And the first 200 people who visit the link get 20% off the annual premium today. Next up, it looks like Razer is taking pre-orders for the upcoming RTX 3080 Ti and 3070 Ti. The story originally comes from a Twitter user who shared images from the official Razer store on the Chinese site Tmall. And as you can see, it's of a pre-built system that includes options for a 3080 Ti and 3070 Ti. Now, unfortunately, it looks like the systems are already sold out, but Video Cards was able to share some screenshots before it happened. As you can see, it's a Razer pre-build that offers one of the 2 GPUs. And funny enough, they actually got the memory specs wrong on the 3080 Ti. According to Video Cards, they were likely just copying the specs from the 3080. And because the card will almost certainly look the same because it has the same board design and similar power requirements, we may see even more of these mistakes. Either way, this more or less confirms the rumors claiming Nvidia plans to announce the cards at their upcoming Computex event. To which make sure you subscribe to find out more about that when we get the information. Next up for today, in an updated software support table from Nvidia, it looks like the company was planning to end support for their Kepler-based GPUs after the R470 branch of drivers. Now, I said was because as you can see in the original screenshot, it shows support ending with R470. But when you go to Nvidia's document now, it's been updated to ongoing. I'm not sure if it was all the reports claiming it would end that forced Nvidia to change it or if it's a mistake. For those who don't know, Kepler GPUs were first released 9 years ago and make up Nvidia's GTX 600 and 700 series of cards, and the R470 drivers will likely be replaced sometime next year, so support will at least be maintained through 2021. Hopefully GPU prices will level out by then, or better yet, there could be an influx of GPUs from miners, so prices could be driven way lower than MSRP. Hopefully. As for whether support will actually end after that or not, I asked my Nvidia rep and I'll update the description if I hear something back. Next up, we have a huge report on AMD's next-gen Zen 4 based CPUs, or specifically the AM5 Socket they're built on. The story originally comes from Executable Fix, who's gotten quite a few leaks right in the past. Starting things off, you can see that he mentions LGA 1718, which is a huge deal right off the bat, because that means AMD is moving away from PGA on their mainstream CPUs. For those who don't know, a PGA socket has the pins on the CPU, while LGA has them on the motherboard socket. And I definitely think this is a good move for AMD, because it allows for more pins compared to PGA, which is likely why Threadripper has always used LGA. Of course, here we're looking at 1718 pins. Next up, it apparently supports dual-channel DDR5, but doesn't support PCI Express 5.0. According to this, that's only for Zen 4 server parts. Lastly, he states that these are for the 600 series chipset, which is interesting because it could mean that next-gen CPUs are Zen 4 based chips, or that we're just getting XT variants to hold us off. Either way, 5nm CPUs should be coming before too long. And lastly for today, we have a huge story on both AMD and Nvidia's next-gen GPUs, so let's get right to it. The story originally comes from a tweet by resident leaker Cobite7Kimmy, who I really will say has gotten a ton of GPU leaks right in the past. Anyway, in the tweet he mentions 5nm, likely 5nm TSMC for AMD and Samsung for Nvidia. Then he states that Nvidia's Ada Lovelace will be a transitional GPU, with Hopper being revolutionary. Remember that Hopper is rumored to be a multi-chip module, so that makes perfect sense. And speaking of, in a reply to a poster, Cobite7Kimmy stated that Nvidia may skip Ada Lovelace if it isn't good enough. So they may go straight to Hopper if RDNA 3 is too good. And speaking of RDNA 3 or AMD's RX 7000 GPUs, it apparently comes with double the SIMD in their CUs. Of course, you'll notice that he uses question marks all over, but he almost always does that, yet is still extremely accurate when he does. Now, one place he's sure about is this reply, where he states, quote, "One thing is for sure, we will get a huge performance improvement, including power consumption." In fact, he goes as far as to say we may get 100 teraflops of FP32 in a single card. Basically, Nvidia's RTX 4000 and AMD's RX 7000 GPUs are set to be a massive jump in performance. Let's just hope that by their release, we'll actually get a chance to buy one. Fingers crossed. So while that does it for today, are you excited for AMD and Nvidia's next-gen GPUs, or are you just wishing you could finally get a current-gen card? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you liked the video, it really helps me if you subscribe. And as always, have a great day!